Hi, and welcome back to Wicked Ones Tarot. My name is Carmen, and today we've got a reading for you about somebody who has a bit of denial going on because they feel like they've already invested in whatever this kind of foolish pursuit is. And therefore, it's like they're not willing to give up on their goals. I've come this far, I've put this much time into it. I really, want this to happen. But with the strength in the reverse and Seven of Pentacles, it's almost like somebody got like conned or scammed. They don't want to change their perspective. They don't want to admit that this was wrong. It's what you tend to see on an episode of Catfish. Well, I know how it sounds, but I'm sure I'm the one person who's the exception, right? I'm sure my person's actually who they say they are, right? This is somebody who doesn't really want to see the writing on the wall. They want to just kind of tune it out. Hello, dude. How are you? Hello, Peggy. Hello, April. Hello, Jimmy. How we doing? Let's call in spirit with a little bit of wind chime time. All right, I lied. That was a lot of wind chime time. I hope you liked it. I don't charge for it. I do charge for personal readings, though. So if you want one, my email address is in the description box below. And we're going to start with what's the news? What else do we have? All right, so we've got knocked up, pregnancy, expecting, mothering, and wine and dine, courtship, consistently dating, and romance and passion. Well, now I'm starting to think that strength in the reverse was about not having enough self-control and maybe having some questions about, okay, well, so what I'm seeing is somebody who has had physical encounters or sexual encounters with more than one person. And there's a question as to whether or not there's a child that is unplanned. So this could be somebody who is concerned they have impregnated a side piece. This could be someone who's married that is concerned that they didn't get pregnant by their partner, but they got pregnant by their side piece. And it's because we have somebody here who has very particular tastes in the bedroom. And even though they knew it wasn't a good idea, we have some consequences here. So, well, that only took about 30 seconds to get scandalous. Hello, Stephen. Hello, Elise. How are we doing? Oh, that's so awesome. So lastly, we've got sipping and penny pinching. There's a change in somebody's spending habits, and in part, maybe some of it would be not a big deal, but it's the degree to which somebody is changing or saving up. It's making people ask questions. Hey, what are you saving up for? Are you going on a trip? You buying a house? You buying a new car? What's up? And I don't think this person wants to be honest about the fact that it's for a child. This is the Wild Reflections. Hello, Jess. How's it going? Eight of Cups in the reverse. Six of Cups. Queen of Swords in the reverse. Kind of feels to me like we have weak or kind of flimsy boundaries with an ex. Somebody has come back around, somebody that I think there's a lot of sexual chemistry with. And for whatever reason, this person thought it was a good idea to step out of their relationship. to hang out with an ex, and they've had to lie about it, right? Queen of Swords in the reverse. Wish I'd had better boundaries, but I didn't. I don't want anyone to know that it happened, right? So they're trying to cover it up. Let's just pretend nothing happens. Everything's fine. What else? Four of Cups in the reverse. Excuse me. And the Lovers. Yeah. I think there was a tryst. I think there was maybe even an affair. Someone who knew that they shouldn't have been messing around with an ex, but they did anyway. There's entirely room in this general reading for this to be about somebody who knows better than to get back into that same cycle with an ex. It doesn't necessarily have to be somebody who's in a relationship, but I do feel like for the majority of you, this is somebody who is kind of freaking out or not wanting to believe that things are as serious as they are. But there's a pregnancy situation that has them sweating. Knight of Wands in the reverse and the Moon in the reverse. You can't make it up. So we had the Kinky Ways card come out, right? Knight of Wands in the reverse. This is somebody who's pretty dang thirsty. This is somebody who's really just thinking about that short-term gratification, if you know what I mean. Hey, I'm wearing the Minneapolis shirt, so I should probably leverage the Minnesota accent, don't you think? Look, there are always choices. There are always consequences. There are always additional paths that open up because of these decisions. And whatever has been decided here has led to, I think, somebody getting pregnant and a secret no longer being secret. Those two do tend to go hand in hand, or I don't know, some other pairing. But you can't really hide things after a certain point, right? So this is somebody who's nervous because they feel like it's only a matter of time. People are going to ask questions. People are going to ask about due date and all of this other stuff. And I feel like this makes them very nervous. Judgment, Ace of Pentacles, Six of Pentacles in the reverse, and the Ten of Swords in the reverse. Ooh. I made a choice. I made a decision, and there's life growing. But the other thing about the Judgment card is that can be energy that somebody thought they had put to rest or covered up or, forgotten about. And then just kidding. This is, oh crap, what do? I didn't expect that to happen. And now they feel like they have to be really cautious financially. And with the Ten of Swords in the reverse, try to find a way to someone who hasn't fully decided what they want to do. Person, or should I be with that person? There's obviously going to be a little bit of a shakeup here. Hello, Aqua Beauty. How's it going? But it's like, I don't want my relationship to end just because someone else got me pregnant or because I got someone else pregnant. So what can I do to, make this sound like a good thing? Well, so we were on a break. We've got Strength, Three of Wands in the reverse, and Justice in the reverse. I thought I had everything under control. I didn't think there was going to be any issues in terms of keeping this decision of mine quiet. And now there's like legitimate proof. I like it, dude. Hello, Matt. Oops, up here. Let's see. We're gonna grab a few from the Jack-o'-lantern tarot. What else do we have? Five of Swords, Six of Cups, and the Six of Swords. I mean, I did something that could have potentially ruined an established relationship, either mine or, my person's. And, walked on eggshells or tiptoed around it, tried to make sure that I was being sneaky enough. I can't help it, you guys. That kind of phrasing always makes me think of Scooby-Doo. And I would have got away with it too if it wasn't for those meddling kids. And I would have gotten away with it too if there wasn't a baby. Proof, right? They can't really do anything about this. So again, sweating bullets, nervousness. We may see the Nine of Swords because I do think we've got perhaps some sleeplessness. Doesn't have to be in Seattle. But ooh, I told you, Empress can be talking about pregnancy. And then we got the King of Cups. So an awkward conversation that someone has to have about a pregnancy outside of the relationship. Awkward. Hello, Khalil. How are you doing? Hello, Crystal. How's your day? Hello, Rhonda. Yes, that does seem to be a thing. Queen of Pentacles. World in the reverse. So we have the Empress, somebody who's pregnant. We have the King of Cups, and we have the Queen of Pentacles. There's no need to be too focused on the gender. This could be anybody, right? This is reading energy, not genitalia. But this is somebody who is quite literally in between two romantic interests, right? So the King of Cups is the person who has been a little overly sharing with their body, whether or not that means they themselves have gotten pregnant or they've gotten someone else pregnant. But there's this Queen of Pentacles, somebody who has been loyal or somebody who has, the relationship title. And with World in the reverse, this is somebody who's worried, okay, so how do I make sure that this relationship doesn't end, right? With like the Ten of Swords in the reverse energy, World in the reverse. I don't want this to end. How can I like salvage this, make sure that this doesn't actually ruin my relationship? Yeah, that can happen. Hello, Pharaoh. How are you doing? Strength again. We had that earlier today come out a few times. Strength is, I believe, Leo energy, heavy with the, fire. So Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Four of Cups in the reverse. Yeah. And the Four of Pentacles in the reverse. So the number 4 could be important. I should have rejected that. I shouldn't have given in to that temptation. I should have had more self-control. I feel like this is somebody who found self-control and felt like they had Six of Swords, gotten away from this difficulty, right? I gave in. I maybe did some things I regret. I wish I hadn't done that, but like eventually I figured it out. Apparently not soon enough, because with the Four of Pentacles in the reverse, it's like, you still made a mess of it. You could have been more reserved. You could have kept some things to yourself, you know. But you didn't. So this person's learning a lesson. They were not able to keep the secret they wanted to keep secret. There's information that is not up for discussion, right? It is what it is. There's that Nine of Swords with the Four of Wands in the reverse. 444. Yeah. Let me get one more. So this Four of Wands in the reverse feels to me like instability within the context of a relationship. And the Two of Swords is looking right at this Four of Wands in the reverse. It's like, I have to make a decision. Has this completely like ended the relationship, or am I going to let this person who has cheated make some sort of attempt at making it right? And I think most people who resonate with the Queen of Pentacles are saying, no, I don't think so. I don't know how I could trust you again. So the Nine of Swords is that King of Cups energy that feels like maybe I can't fix this. Maybe I really did ruin it. Hello, Miss Princess. How are you doing? Hello, Bitch Tata. Eight of Pentacles. This is clarifying the world in the reverse. Somebody's got a bit of desperation. You tell me what I can do to make this right, and I'll do it. I don't want to lose you. I know I messed up, but if there's a way to fix it, I will fix it. This is the Pulp Tarot. What else? Page of Wands, Nine of Cups, Nine of Wands. So we have the Nine of Swords, Nine of Cups, Nine of Wands, almost in a row. There's two cards separating them. So 444 and 999. There's some sort of communication. I feel like it's from the person who's least impacted by this scandal or least concerned about it. It's like somebody's like, it's fine. We're going to get what we want now. Now we can be together or whatever. If your relationship ends, that's not a big deal, right? You could just be with me. That's great. It means that I win. And I feel like they don't get the reaction they wanted. What do you mean it's great if my relationship ends? I don't want my relationship to end. A little bit of an argument. I didn't want my relationship to end. Well, maybe I want you to myself. Well, I didn't agree to that. There's just this, I don't know. All of a sudden, things that used to be really sweet and flirty between these two are contentious, combative. Intentions are no longer hidden, right? Now we know that there's somebody who didn't really want to leave their relationship. They were just playing around. So Judgment in the reverse, Five of Swords in the reverse, Seven of Pentacles, Emperor in the reverse. I made a bad call. I did something that was, it crossed the line. And I don't know if there's any way for me to make this right. I don't know that I can salvage this relationship because this is a pretty big deal. Even though there's a lot of time and energy that, you've invested in each other, the Queen of Pentacles is thinking to themselves, well, I can't trust you. You don't have any self-control, or you don't have the ability to do the right thing. They lost respect for their partner. Hey, Laura, how are you doing? Justice. Eight of Wands and the Knight of Cups in the reverse. When karma is delivered, or when the stork completes their delivery, when things start getting talked about, when the gossip gets spread around town, somebody loses it. Knight of Cups in the reverse absolutely loses it. They can't contain the drama. They can't tell people to stop talking about it. They can't put the cat back into the bag. You know, the secret's out. Of course people are going to talk about it. So they're freaking out. How can I manage this? How can I get people to talk about something else or question whether or not this is actually true? They cannot contain it. Knight of Swords, Two of Pentacles in the reverse, Two of Swords in the reverse, and the King of Wands. The problem is this person who is trying to control the narrative or make themselves look a little bit less guilty, whether they themselves are the person who is pregnant or, the other party, it's no longer something that they can just kind of set aside and people will ignore or not really know the truth. Now it's out there, open, not in question, obvious, right? So with the Two of Pentacles in the reverse, this person's life gets turned upside down. There are questions, there are side eyes, there are friends who block people who no longer want to associate with them. And I feel like in large part, this is because they already had a reputation for being a bit flirty or unpredictable. Maybe they'd already had a relationship that ended because of infidelity. It's real difficult for them to control this narrative because it already aligns with something that has happened in the past. All right, this is the Kipper. What else do we have? Change in the reverse. But I don't want to move out. You can't make me. I live here. Someone's upset. They feel, or they already know, they're getting kicked out. Whoever is the Queen of Pentacles is the person who seems to be paying the bills or making the lifestyle what it is. And now the individual who's been less than faithful is questioning how their life is going to change if they no longer have this partner. And it looks like the first thing is you can't stay here. Get your things and get out. They get kicked out. Family room in the reverse. You're having a family with someone else. Go set up a family room over there. This is not your house anymore. This is somebody who is angry and drawing up boundaries, changing the locks, taking back their key, kicking someone out. Sudden wealth in the reverse. Now I'm going to have to get a job. Now I'm going to have to pay my own way. Toil and labor in the reverse. I was easy living, right? I didn't have to do anything because this person had the money. And now I can't do anything to change their decision to kick me out. And I'm going to have to find a way to get some money. I'm going to have to find a way to, find a place to live, figure out my life. This is the Earth and Bone Oracle. What else do we have? Oh, Lord. Hello, Rainbow Warrior. How are you doing today? Spectrals, number 35. Discernment, critical thinking, investigation, and insight. So because there is information or assumptions and then somebody who looks into things, We could have text messages discovered. We could have conversations that were overheard, or somebody that, realizes there's a doctor's appointment. There's something that happens that makes it an unavoidable truth. We know that this is what's going on, so we should probably talk about it. Cage number 27. Independence, freedom, revelation, release, and reclaiming power. This information is what somebody needs to be able to perhaps get out of a relationship or get out of a marriage. This could have implications as far as like a prenuptial agreement, or, whether or not somebody gets alimony, that kind of thing. And it is, I feel, putting a lot of pressure on the person who has been disloyal to the Queen of Pentacles. We've got number 36, the owl, wisdom, advancement, independent thinking, and enlightenment. I no longer need to depend on you and your perspective to understand what's going on. I have my own eyes. I have my own brain. Put two and two together, and I figured out that you are not being faithful. This is somebody who has evidence or doesn't need additional evidence, right? Like, if they overheard something, that was enough. They may not be able to show that to somebody, but it's like, no, I heard what I heard, and you said what you said. So now we're here. Now I have to make a decision. This is the Fairy Lenormand. No! All right, wish me luck, you guys. Just trying not to hit the bookshelf. We've got the Rider, Rider, number 1. And number 21, the Mountain. So, I need to go tell someone some news, but there's a big obstacle. I need to have a serious conversation, but I don't know if I can get there in time. I don't know if this is going to go well. We have somebody who's getting nervous, freaking out, because consequences, it can be real difficult if you don't know how to act right. Sorry, I'll try to be a little bit less judgy. This is the Gold Foil Tarot. Hello, Justin. How are you doing? Three of Swords, Empress. Yeah. Heartbreak because somebody else is starting a family. Because somebody else is clearly having an affair. Temperance in the reverse, King of Cups in the reverse. How can you say you love me when you created this chaos? How can you argue for our relationship to continue when it's going to always be complicated now? There is, I think, a pretty good chance this Queen of Pentacles is falling out of love with their partner and deciding that because of the pregnancy, their partner should just be with that person or, alone. I think they're removing themselves from the situation. Judgment in the reverse, Ace of Pentacles, and Five of Swords. The difficult thing to perhaps hear right now, because I have to imagine that you feel very betrayed and disappointed. I'm sending you a big old hug, and I hope your healing is more enjoyable than normal. There is going to be a silver lining in this for you. It's looking to me like because, okay, I'm going to use a really dumb analogy, okay? Let's say instead of this being about infidelity, that this was about you trying to find the best deal on, I'm going to go with a candle because there's a candle right in front of me. And you go to this regular place that you go, you feel like generally it's a pretty good deal. You look for clearance, but the place is shut down. It's not open that day. So you have to go to a different store and you find that their candles are much less expensive. It's because of this rejection. It's because of things not going well or ending that your life is built on a stronger foundation, that a blessing comes to you. You did, I think, need to get distance between you and this person who was not willing to do right by you. So while it feels like betrayal, while it feels like a huge loss, the universe is trying to find ways to make it clear to you that this is also an opportunity. That's why we're hearing things like independence or independent thinking, because it's like there's opportunities that would not have been available to you during this relationship, but when you are on your own, there's like magic that lives in your life again. What else do we have? King of Swords, Page of Pentacles in the reverse, Four of Wands, Six of Cups in the reverse, and the Seven of Swords in the reverse. Yeah. So you stand up for yourself, walk away from this relationship with somebody who wasn't doing right by you. And even though it feels like a lost dream or something that has really put a damper on things, you have also leveraged this King of Swords energy to become more discerning, more honest. You're able to have those difficult conversations more easily now. And because you have leveled up, because you are thinking for yourself or willing to go it on your own, there's a better quality, higher vibration soulmate that is coming into your life. Somebody who does want to have that faithful connection, that ability to trust one another without having to second guess it. So this is a new person who is honest. They're not going to play games. They're not interested in sneaking around. So let me upgrade you. The universe is taking care of you, okay? Don't be sad. It's like I have this like habit of anytime I have a favorite place, let's pretend it's a Mexican place, I'll find my favorite dish. At one place, it was enchiladas rancheras. I could not order anything else because it was just so good. But if they're out of an ingredient or whatever, they can't make it, and then you have to try something else, and it's also quite delicious, or maybe even more delicious. You're about to have a more delicious taco. I'm sorry. I'm an awful person. Okay, this is the Golden Girls. Let's see what else we got. Hello, Darth. How are you doing? It's partially my fault that I'm thinking about tacos, you guys, because on the way home from my little walk adventure today, I stopped in a gas station to pick up Dr. Pepper in like a ridiculously large container. I'm embarrassed, actually. And it's just like a gas station, right? I was not expecting to be like overwhelmed by delicious food smell, but now I know I'm going to get my Mexican food in a gas station. Yes, I agree, Justin. People rush that a little bit too much, you know? All right, what else do we have? Six of Wands in the reverse. Four of Swords. Devil in the reverse. It feels like a loss. It feels like a failure. It feels like you have to take some time to lick your wounds and think about what you've done. But I want to ask you to find a balance in what you do in terms of blaming yourself. It's important to take responsibility when there are things that we could have done better. Could you have ended the relationship earlier if there were red flags? Sure. Could you have, made different choices in terms of how you communicate? Those are healthy things, but I don't want you to sit here and like bad talk yourself, okay? Because there are good things happening due to your willingness to acknowledging that this is not where I need to be, or this is not the kind of treatment that I want to put up with. Because you have the Devil in the reverse and the Magician in the reverse. You don't know me. It's like, okay, well, I'm out. This person may have felt like they'd be able to keep you in the relationship that they didn't seem to honor, but they're finding out that you're actually comfortable with moving on and leaving them behind, making them feel real uncomfortable as to their financial stability. They may have been pretty dependent upon you financially. Temperance and the Two of Swords in the reverse. Your choice to move forward and let this go creates a very peaceful time in your life, one where you don't have to watch a TV show just to appease the person you're cuddling with. You can order whatever you want, go wherever you want, blah, blah, blah. Independence, excitement, and apparently somebody who really knows how to approach a relationship in a healthy way. Ace of Cups in the reverse. But this upgrade in your love life would not have happened unless you had this rejection first. So it's kind of like a cost of admission to that next level of love. Yes, we'd like to, wait, hold on. Let me pretend I'm the universe. Hello. Yes. I know you're currently in a relationship with somebody who is, maybe like focused on like the wrong things or not really treating you right. So it's going to hurt a little bit, kind of like, when you get a little shot at the doctor and they're like, okay, brace. But when it's over, you can have a better partner. Grumble, grumble, grumble. Fine. You'll be all right. This is getting you into a better situation with somebody who wants to actually love you the way that demonstrates respect and loyalty. Yes, exactly. So Strength in the reverse, Fool in the reverse, and the Tower. This person who has had a bit of weakness or did not have self-control and was in a little bit of denial in terms of whether or not their mistakes would be made known. They're now realizing that they really can't do anything to hide this, that the relationship they were disloyal to is ending. They can't salvage it. And I would imagine there's also some drama on the other side of the equation as well. Hello, Shannon. How are you doing? Hello, Shu. How's your day? This is The Truth Is. What else do we have? Hazy Vision and Loyalty. Things are not being seen clearly. Somebody who is in denial. Loyalty. Your partner only has eyes for you. So here's the thing. We had somebody who erroneously believed they were in a faithful connection, that their partner was doing right by them. Then they find out, and, it's really difficult to dispute this information that makes it clear somebody has been stepping out. And they start to realize that that loyalty they had expected from this person is not actually a feature of their relationship. And I also feel like this hazy vision loyalty pairing is a reference to the fact that it may seem like a really difficult ending, a really painful rejection, but it's what enables you to find true loyalty instead of that fake-ish, right? Hello, Shannon. Well, I'm glad you're covered, Matt. All right. What else? Money problems. Lack of money is causing tension. So again, because of this relationship issue, that's putting it lightly, because they made some bad decisions and their relationship is not salvageable. Now this person's freaking out because they don't know how to pay their bills. They don't know how to find a place to stay. There's a lot on their mind. 9 of Swords, difficult to sleep because they didn't expect these consequences. They didn't expect to get caught. They didn't expect there to be issues. This is the Hidden Truth. Aw, love you too. That's sweet. Did I say hello to Laura? I think I did. What else do we have? You were the best thing in my life. Finding out the truth crushed me. The timing just wasn't right for us. So I feel this is the Queen of Pentacles, the person who feels rejected because they've been stepped out on. You might feel like this connection was the best thing that you've had, but I just want to like take out a Sharpie and add yet, because there's going to be something better for you. I don't blame you though that this would crush you, right? There's no way to fully talk through something like this because it's painful. This is somebody who, didn't really think about your feelings when they stepped out. The timing just wasn't right for us. It kind of feels like a weak excuse, if I'm honest. Like I couldn't be faithful to you because I hadn't really been able to get over the relationship I had before you, or, I didn't expect to run into my ex. I left when I saw you with someone. This Queen of Pentacles caught their partner with somebody else. Maybe at a bar. I feel like it would be a public spot. I'm afraid to contact you. So the person who has, had two partners, they're nervous. They don't know how to address this. I think they get kicked out. I think they're trying to find a way to reconcile. They want to perhaps have access to that lifestyle again. But they want to make the argument that after this difficult situation, I started working on myself. I started realizing what I needed to change in order to be a better person. Because their hope is they can get this person back. I don't know if that's going to go so well. Kind of feels like the Queen of Pentacles is not willing to look backwards. Hello, Bradley. How are you doing? You let me down. I trusted you. Do I still have a chance? Will you ever make things right? I need security. It feels like almost like a 5D conversation. I thought that we were going to be together forever. I thought I could trust you. And then you broke my trust. Well, can I make it up to you? How could you make it right? How could you make that right? I need to feel like I don't have to question whether or not somebody is cheating or, flirting elsewhere or being disrespectful. And it seems pretty unlikely that I could put that out of my mind, right? How am I supposed to forget that? I miss being with you. This is from the person who cheated. They're trying, but I don't feel like the boundaries or the walls are coming down. I think this Queen of Pentacles is relatively uninterested. All right, this is the Zodiac fortune telling cards. What else do we have? Yeah, that works. Over there. So something serious will be told to you, which you must not believe. You have talent. Take advantage. This relationship has been an energy drain. And when you don't have to deal with the questions or, what do I have to do for us to get back to where we used to be? When you can focus on yourself, all of a sudden you move so much faster. I'm seeing you as like let's call it an F-150, and you've got a whole bunch of mulch in the back of the truck. It's going to move a little slower if you're going up a mountain, okay? You take out all that mulch, that truck can go a little bit faster. Am I calling your ex a bunch of dirty bark? I guess so. It's so dirty. Sometimes we carry burdens with us that are actual people. And they are burdens because they are not willing to do for themselves what they expect others to do for them. You are getting to the point where you're ready to let go of this person who hasn't been willing to do right by you. And in part, it's, because of the choices they made. But I think it's also because things weren't that great beforehand. This person had a tendency of thinking about themselves. You appreciate the smaller things in life rather than the big ones. I also feel like you just had different things that motivated you. This person might be relatively materialistic, whereas you appreciate the smaller things in life. I don't need to have really expensive clothes or a really expensive car. I just need it to move me from point A to point B, right? So I think with a little bit of distance, with a little bit of time, there's acceptance for the Queen of Pentacles. Maybe this wasn't the right relationship for me. Maybe rejection really is protection. Thank you for liking my video and for the subscribes. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and I hope to see you on the next reading. Toodles.